All right, welcome everyone. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over my indicators. I've gotten a lot of requests, what I use, stuff like that. So we're going to go over some indicators that I use. Hopefully this will be very, very short. It'll give you guys a better idea of what to use and what to look for. We're going to go over how to use them and what they do for you. If you guys do like the video, make sure to sub and leave a like. I am live every day. Do appreciate that. Also, the link to the Discord is below this caption. All right, so we're going to start off. There's a lot of traders that like to put a lot of stuff on their screens. I'm not one of those traders. I like to keep it very simple so I can recognize charts and then a few indicators to back me up. So we're going to go through those. The first is the exponential moving average. This is a little bit different than an EMA, but I have found, don't tell anyone, that this works the best. I use this 200-day moving average for a great dip buying opportunity. For example, we can see this is a chart of Nike, and we always, the 200-day EMA, anything above it is bullish, anything bearish. We do bounce off of this 200-day moving average quite often. So 1, 2, 3 times. This is a recent position that I made a lot of money on. So right here, we tend to curl right on this 200-day moving average. We shoot up. Another great example of this 200-day moving average being in place, did actually just in the Discord made a lot of money off of this. Same exact thing. So for example, Facebook, we sat here, we hit this 200-day moving average, and once we break this range right here at about 266, we always see a move up. So I saw it down here and we moved up. So for again, PayPal, PayPal kind of has the same setup right now. So did take some PayPal calls today. So love that indicator. It usually works with more of large cap companies. I've never really seen it fail me on dip buys. But yeah, if we look at something that is above this 200-day moving average, regardless if it's hitting it or not, it usually tends to be bullish. Anything lower. You can use lower EMAs like 9 EMAs for smaller time frames, but I like to look at the big picture for that. Okay, another one we're going to talk about is RSI. This is one of the indicators I use. It's called a relative strength index. What it does is it shows us relative strength. So what I like to do is I always like to pull up something like SPY, and let's go to the 1 year. So we can see that we've been in this healthy uptrend, and usually on the daily, on the RSI, we like to stay above about, I would say, 48. Above 48, we have a lot of relative strength when we're looking at the daily. When we zoom into the 1 minute, though, it provides a good dip buying opportunity. So right here, we start to get in the blue, the oversold zone. If we would have bought here, bought calls, we would have been up. Down here is an oversold zone. So I use the smaller time frames for dip buys, but the longer time frame to see if we're intact. So again, you can use the same principle here, but usually when I zoom out to the higher time frames, I'm really you don't really want to buy a stock that's kind of sitting down here in the 35s. It doesn't have a lot of relative strength. So I use RSI to find relative strength on a lot of these stocks on the bigger time frame, and then on the 1 minute, some really good dip buys. Some other opportunities of dip buys we can see. Let's pull up Wish's daily chart. So right here would have been a great dip buy. You still would have been up, got oversold here, and it looks like, just a good place to average in if you're looking to average in. Again, if we go to the 1 year, 1 day on Wish, again, we can really start to see a lot of momentum building up. When I see RSI, we can see whenever we're in these top numbers above, about 50, we always seem like we move. We hit these 50s, we move up. So for me, bullish, it's really bullish right now for Wish, for example, right now, we're back into this 57 level. So a lot of relative strength coming back to this name. And then we can use the 1 minute for dip buys. Pretty easy indicator to use. With that knowledge, the last indicator that I use is going to be, it's called MACD. MACD shows if we're in a positive uptrend or not. I've made lots of money off of this indicator. So with MACD, we can see down here that this blue line is called the exponential, and whenever we cross over the yellow line, it becomes bullish. If this blue line is under this yellow line, it's going to be not bullish. It's going to be bearish. So what I really look for on this indicator is for us to, right when let's see. So we crossed over MACD on the daily right here. So 780 to 15. We crossed over, back here. We go 22 to 32. We just crossed over MACD again, so maybe we do extend higher. Again, the daily time frame is going to show the better picture. But if we are looking, you know, with the 5-minute chart too, you can look at it. But if we're looking for an overall trend of a stock, we want to make sure we zoom out to this, you know, entire time frame. Even the weekly, we just split on our exponential. So the higher the time frame, the bigger move. But you can also, you know, we can see that on the 30-minute, once we crossed over, as soon as we come down, it looks like we've lost some steam. So yeah, that's a few of my indicators that I use, kind of a brief guide. You guys can look into more of them. There's a lot of videos, but that's kind of how I use them. You know, I use when RSI is curling up, MACD just crossed positive, for example on Wish. This is where I'd go long for a swing play. We see a lot of volume coming up right here. MACD's curling up, RSI, and then I don't really use the 200-day moving average too much on some of these smaller plays, but you know, sometimes they can work. For example, if we can't push over 1139, we'd be really, really bullish. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope it helps you out. Again, if you guys liked it, make sure you leave a like, a sub, and join the Discord. Hope you guys have a good one, and goodbye.